It's 6:30. It's Tuesday. Today we're making some flippin' brownies because that was the request, was desserts. So we're gonna make brownies. It's gonna be excellent. So truth time. If I'm going over to your house, definitely not making these brownies because it kind of requires too much work. I highly recommend the Ghirardelli box mix brownies because those are easy and you know, they don't take that much effort. You can buy them at the store. You can buy them at Costco. You can buy a giant 3-pack of them at Costco, and then you don't have to worry about it for 3 times. So anyway, making brownies. Gonna preheat my oven to 350. That is the first step. Second step is get your recipe. Third step is watch your dog smashing through the house. Hey, buddy. Fourth step is get a drink. Cool, we've done all the steps. Okay, so what I'm going to do first, I'm going to take 2 sticks of butter. I know what you're saying, 2 sticks of butter. That seems like a lot of butter. It is a lot of butter. This is a Pioneer Woman recipe. They always have a lot of butter. There's a reason, and that's because butter is delicious. So you should always use a lot of butter. The dog is desperately trying to get someone to play with him. Maybe James is playing with him. I don't know. He's flopping around a lot. He had a very exciting day today because we went walking by Gus's house. Gus is a dog in the neighborhood, and Benjamin basically loses it when we walk by Gus's house, and then he throws a temper tantrum, which actually is a great peer break trait. Temper tantrums. All right, so I put my butter in this kind of medium-sized saucepan because we are going to melt it with 5 ounces of unsweetened chocolate. This is actually only 4 ounces of unsweetened chocolate because that's really cool. Not what I wanted is 4 ounces of unsweetened chocolate, but we're going to use these 4 ounces, and then I think I'm just going to like take 1 ounce of this, which is German chocolate, and maybe I'll just dial the sugar back a little bit. We're going to see if it works. So you're going to melt your, what will be 5 ounces of chocolate in your saucepan with your 2 sticks of butter. So this kind of comes like a chocolate bar. I'm just going to snap it just to help it break better because we want this to melt. Also, when you buy the chocolate like this, it will helpfully tell you how many pieces is 1 ounce. So this one says 4 pieces equals 1 ounce of chocolate. And since I need 5 and I only have 4, math says break off 4 pieces of this. And you are going to help put your saucepan on low. Don't do what I do. Put it on low. And you're going to get 4 extra pieces. In they go. Now, why this has 4 ounces instead of 5, I don't know, or 5 instead of 4, whatever. That's what we're going to do. I have to close the door because the dog came smashing in. Like a lunatic he is. Like #1 Looney Tune. What you got there, buddy? Something good? So yeah, there's a dog on our street named Gus, and it is Benjamin's favorite new friend, and he throws a temper tantrum. We walk by Gus's house and we don't stop. So that causes a lot of interesting times on the walk because then he starts stalling and basically being a big jerk. And then he refuses to walk, tries to turn me around. So anyway, in my saucepan now, I'm melting the chocolate and the butter. This is a really interesting recipe because I'm basically going to make this whole thing in this little weird saucepan. You don't even need to get a mixer out. That's pretty cool. I approve of that. Other things you're going to need. unsweetened cocoa. I don't know if this is enough, so that's what I have. You're gonna need chocolate chips. You're gonna need sugar. You're gonna need flour. You're going to need eggs, chicken eggs, out. You're gonna need 3 eggs. I am drinking, Karen, something that is coming your way if I ever see you again, which is the watercolors triple Berliner style with raspberry, boysenberry, cranberry, mango, peach, passion fruit, pineapple, key lime, vanilla, and milk sugar. It is delicious. It is so good. Tessa, next time you guys come, we have to get this beer or something similar to it. And yes, Karen, you have your own beer shelf in my house, in my refrigerator. So you're gonna kind of keep stirring this around so it melts. I thought about making these little brownie pots, but I decided, you know, brownie pots are fun, but they're just meant for 2. And not everybody has a family of 2. So, you know, it was important for me to include all people in all families. So that's why you get a big old tray of brownies. So I'm gonna make this in an 8x8 pan. You can make it in a 9x13 or a 9x9. I'm just going 8x8 because I want thicker brownies, but you don't have to do that. Your chocolate and your butter should be melting, and it is going to be delicious. Ooh, okay. We're going to whisk this occasionally. You don't have to whisk it nonstop. That's obviously going to help your butter melt, but don't have to whisk it nonstop. But, you know, until it's melted. Other things. You should be using unsalted butter. Why? Because it's better butter. That is something that I've learned over the years, and basically it's the only butter I buy is unsalted butter, unless, you know, you're in a pandemic and so you can only find salted butter, and then you gotta do you. But I'm fortunate enough to have unsalted butter. So got my butter, got my chocolate, got my oven preheated. This is getting there. I mean, still liquidy, but not, what? Oopsies. Everything's fine, James. I didn't spill anything. It's fine. See, you know, I feel like it's been a while since I made like a real good mess. That's a James level mess. He's acting insulted, but that's fine. So anyway, there we go. Hooray for me. So yeah, so this is almost melted. I still can see like a little bit of the chocolate bar, if you will, and a little bit of the butter. So that's going to keep melting. But while that is melting away, I'm going to measure out a 1/4 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder. See how much I have left in here. I have another thing if I don't have enough, but we're going to see how much we have. I'll get this ready to roll so that when the time comes, I'm ready to go. I always also find with cocoa powder that I make a giant ass. It's like, that's what cocoa powder's point is. All right, so I've measured out my 1/4 cup of cocoa powder, which is going to sit there until this is about done, which it almost is. I'm going to give it another nice stir. Yes. So, I don't know about you guys, but like a real good brownie sometimes is just like the icing on the cake. Like if you go to someone's like party and there's like brownies and they look real nice and they have like powdered sugar on them, you're like, yes, that's going to be a delightful thing. Also, I'm a middle brownie person. I know some people are corners and sides. Nuh-uh. I want the middle. I always want the middle brownies. I do not like corners and sides. To me, they dry out and they are not as delicious as I want them to be. So I'm just a middle girl, which thankfully I married a man who doesn't mind eating the corners and sides, so he happily does that. All right, so can't really see, but sort of. This is entirely melted now, 100% liquid. I'm going to turn off my heat. Then I'm going to sprinkle in this quarter cup of cocoa powder, and I'm going to whisk it in. All right. Now, next steps. We're going to remove this from the heat, and we're going to let it cool a little bit. Because if you add the eggs to this, the eggs will curdle, and that would be very bad. We're not getting curdled food. We're going to make real food. So, I'm going to take this off the heat, stir it around. Super. All right, neat. So the next things it wants us to add are sugar and vanilla. So I have my vanilla extract. One of my aunts is actually making her own vanilla extract with vodka and vanilla beans. And she's had it sitting for 6 months. I don't know if it's going to be any good. She seemed pretty jazzed about it. I've heard you can do it. I haven't done it, but I figured she could be the guinea pig, and if it worked out, then I would do it. All right, so for sugar, it wants 2 cups of sugar, which again seems excessive. If you're not using unsweetened chocolate, I would dial it back because obviously the chocolate's going to be already sweetened. I'm probably going to use basically 2 cups, but a little bit less because my little ounce of chocolate was sweetened. And what the internet tells me, as we know, the internet, knower of all things, is that should be okay. You just need to account for the fact that if you're not using unsweetened chocolate, that there will be more sweetness in there. So I'm just going to stir this around even though it's off the heat. Get some air in there, help it to cool down, help it to be, you know, a little bit more chill with what's going on in the world today, which is a lot of chaos. But it's all right. It's okay. We're making brownies. Brownies are pretty damn good. Can't even tell you the last time I had a brownie. So pretty jazzed about these. I mean, I made those little brownie pots, which are great for 2 people. So if anyone wants the 2-person brownie pot recipe, I'd be happy to send that to you. Oh, there's a hummingbird at the feeder. So we have a hummingbird feeder, which is our primary source of backyard entertainment. And there is a little hummingbird out there. Oh, off it goes. Bye-bye. I don't think the hummingbirds really cared for the snow that we got on Saturday. But, you know, hummingbirds are weird. I'm just going to stick my finger in this. It feels fine. I was feeding these to other people. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's awful. Don't do that. Don't stick your finger in the unsweetened chocolate. It's gross. Okay. Oh, God. That was a big mistake. That was bad. Okay. All right, get it together. I'm going to put in 1 tablespoon of vanilla. I'm going to whisk that in. Then I will put in my first cup of sugar. Shh, don't tell. I'm going to whisk the vanilla in first. I'm going to put in my first cup of sugar. It's going to be grainy, but it'll all work out. Stirring, 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 stirring. All right, there goes my first cup. Second cup. I'm sure most of you already do this, but when you're going to measure things, you want to scoop it and then brush off the excess. You don't want to scoop it in like a heathen, because this is the most accurate way to get a measure. You can also weigh things, which, you know, if I was making something that wasn't brownies, I'd weigh them. Tons away. But it's brownies, so it's really gonna be fine. I'm also down to like the dregs of my sugar here, but I have more. I just don't feel like going to get it is the thing. Okay. So now I'm going to scrape off the top in case there's like little excess here. A little bit out because I have some sweet chocolate, and that's going to go in there too. So now, I know, excessive amounts of sugar. It should be pretty greeny by now, but we're gonna make it work. That's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be pretty greeny. I really need like a thing to catch everything that I drop on the floor. Now you're going to add in eggs, large eggs, one at a time. Not the shell, which I just did, but you know, actually the egg. And after each egg, you're gonna whip that bad boy. Get out of here, sugar. I don't need you right now. For pairings with these, once they come out of the oven, I would recommend a fine stout or a nice cold glass of milk. Now, the trick with these is you actually kind of like can't eat them hot. You need to almost let them cool off a little bit, which seems like 100% crapola, but the recipe says that. I will begrudgingly follow the recipe and let these cool off, even though I don't want to. It's all right. In this house, we haven't even eaten dinner yet, so I have time to wait for brownies. Probably shouldn't eat brownies for dinner. I mean, you could. Definitely eaten crap for dinner, and it's fine. You know, we're all adults here. Trevor's not on this call, so it's fine. We can talk about how we can eat brownies for dinner. All right, I'm gonna whisk that last egg in. Now your mixture should look less grainy, but still pretty thick. You want to mix it all the way. Get an arm workout. Maybe today your CrossFit workout didn't whittle on your arms enough with push presses and strict presses and push-ups. Get a little more arm workout in there. All right, we're going to stir in the flour, which is 1 1/4 cups of flour. Sure, everyone knows there's a bit of a flour shortage, but God bless my husband who, why did I call him my husband? You all know who he is. God bless James, who, for whatever reason, the grocery store near his work, for some reason, continues to have flour. So it's not the flour I want, but you know, it's the flour I need. So I'm gonna put in like 3/4 cup of this flour, and then we're gonna add in the chocolate chips. So now it's going to be very, very thick. I'm gonna bop a little bit of that off. And 3/4 cup of chocolate chips. Right? Yes, 3/4 cup. I recommend going to Costco and buying this big old bag of chocolate chips. So like you never run out. You could be a weirdo like me and just buy a bunch of bags of them because you never know. Like I said, oh, halfway incorporated. Oh, I see what it wants me to do. I want you to add all the flour, but not stir it all the way. I've been home too much. Following instructions is no longer my jam. It's all right. We all got problems. We all got a lot of problems. By the way, did everyone hear that Hamilton is coming to Disney Plus? That was like the most exciting news of my morning. So if you haven't seen Hamilton, which is amazing, you just have to wait till July 3rd because it's on Disney Plus, and then you can watch it, and it'll be like you saw it in person. Even with the original cast, which has Lin-Manuel Miranda in it, he just does great things. But it is a really good musical. I highly recommend it. It is coming to the Bushnell next year, 2021, which is a weird thing to say. The next year is 2021, but here we are. All right, so 3/4 of a cup of chocolate chips. 30 is my 1/4 cup, so I'm just going to do 3/4 because that one's already dirty. Get this flour out of the way. Keep stirring. So this is going to be super thick. As you can see, it's like really stuck on really good. I like to smack it off every now and again. Make sure those chocolatey chips are nice and incorporated. And I'm probably going to make another thing dirty. Get out a spatula so I can get all the good stuff off of here. It's okay. I can get lots of things dirty because James does the dishes because he loves me. Also because that's the rule. Whoever cooks doesn't do the dishes. And I'm cooking, so he does the dishes. God bless him. He's such a good soul. Like I said, he doesn't mind eating the corners and the sides. He buys me flour, and he does the dishes. I'm gonna kind of get around this with the spatula, make sure everything from the bottom is incorporated in, and I haven't missed any spots. All right, you got your pan. You want to grease and flour it. Why am I waiting till the end to grease and flour it? Because I've read that if you do it too soon, it kind of sits and gets stodgy and weird. So I usually wait until the end to grease and flour a pan, which I believe this is what it wants me to do. But yeah, oh yeah, no, just grease it. Just grease it. Psst, don't listen to me, just grease it. So yeah, I will grease this pan. Could you use nonstick cooking spray? You could, but I feel like nonstick cooking spray is really forking up my pans. So I'm just gonna grease it with Crisco. No judgment here. Get it good into the corners so it comes out. Crisco is the secret to so many things. Like, you really want to make good chocolate chip cookies? Crisco. What it says, put in butter, put in Crisco. You get that tip for free. All right. By now you can see this is like super thick, really thick. You're gonna put it, just slap it right in your pan here. Your 8x8 or 9x9 or 9x13 or size by size pan, whatever it is, into your preheated oven. Oh my God, how great. That's the best. I feel like I only talked to 3 people today. One was my mom, one was my brother, and one was James. So I'm extra weird. I mean, I was on CrossFit, but I mean, those people don't know me. I mean, some of them do, but most of them don't. You are going to spread it out so it's kind of even in your pan. Don't leave anything behind. Good soldier never leaves a man behind. All right. So now you're going to cook these for 40 minutes, and then you're gonna give them a check. If they seem like they are kind of weird and wobbly, give them another few minutes. Check them with a toothpick. They're still gonna like cook a little bit once you get it in, you know, after you take them out. So that's all right. Don't overcook your brownies. Don't do something awful to overcook your brownies. Cook them so they're just set. So 40 minutes. Good job, Jody. Like that. 40 minutes in your 350-degree oven, and then give them a check. See if they come out, the toothpick comes out nice. If the toothpick doesn't come out nice, put them back in there. But it also depends on your oven. Maybe you have a fussy oven, like my oven is fussy. So 40 minutes might be enough. 40 minutes may not be enough. We're gonna find out. Better set the timer. 40 minutes. Okay. So that was brownies. Hopefully they're good. Once they come out, the Pioneer Woman, lunatic that she is, recommends putting some
These were the images of
sugar on them.
Farmers forced to discard food and spoiled milk.
You know,
How
not
to get
if you don't,
food to the families in need. Tonight, young people across this answering the call. College students starting FarmLink, connecting farmers with food banks.
But if you're just going to eat them at home, you probably don't have to. It's entirely your call, but definitely going to be delicious no matter what. And yeah, that was brownies. I'm really glad we did a dessert. I have another dessert recipe, but I'm saving that the next time I come up for CrossFit desserts, because that one's a good one. So yeah, brownies. Glad everybody joined. Hope everyone's having a great week. And once I figure out what we're doing next week, I'll be sure to send out a message. So thank you, everybody. You guys are the best. And we'll see you all next week. Bye.